Hello, it's me, Debbie Z, owner of Zibu Angelic Symbols. Thank you for your patience as it took me a little bit to get on Facebook Live tonight. I'm happy to be here. So please join me. I'm just going to have some water to get started. Who is here tonight with me? You know, I always love seeing your names come up. I know you've probably been sitting there waiting for me. Thank you for your patience. Um, who is here? Is it Irma? Who is here? Can see the numbers coming up. And I do think there's a bit of a lag time. Noreen is here. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining us. Irma is here. Irma and Noreen, two of my favorites. I love you all, but you two are regulars. And Patty Northey. Patty, I'm glad that you're here. This is great. Oh, who else? Oh, I need to scroll to be able to see the new name. Hi, Stacy and Laura. Hi, so glad to see you tonight. And I'm happy to see you as well. I've got some new things to show you tonight, and I'm pretty excited about that. It's really warm in here, so I have my fan going, but I feel a little wilty. Let's see who else is going to join us. How are you folks doing? How is everyone doing? Noreen, Irma, Patty? Stacy, how are you? Stacy's probably taking a study break. And Laura, how are you doing tonight? Let me see your comments here. And Gracie is under the table. I don't think she wants to be up here. Do you want to be up here, Gracie? You do? Okay. Did you want to say hi to people? Look who's here. And look how fuzzy she is. She's going to the groomer next week, so she'll get a little buzz cut, but I always say don't trim her ears. That's her personality. You've got to have those floppy ears on her. So you're getting a haircut next week. I don't think I told her. Amy is here. Hi. It's nice to see your name come up. Noreen, you're doing good? I hope everyone's relaxed and doing well. And as I said, I'm always happy to see all of you. I wanted to tell you a very cool story of synchronicity. This is Candy May. I'm glad you're here. Patty always zeroes in on, hey, what necklace is that you're wearing? I'll tell you about this one. It's a new one. I haven't done this one before. So I'll show you that in just a minute. But I have to tell you this story of synchronicity. This is really wild. I went to the gym this morning and worked out. I meet my boyfriend there. We both work out, and then we go in our separate cars. We meet there, and then we go our separate ways. And usually we have a lot of things planned, and so it's just a very brief meeting, and then we go our separate ways. But this morning he said, hey, do you have time to go get a cup of coffee? And I said, that would be great. So we got in our separate cars and we drove to a Starbucks. And because we were in our cars, he said, I'm just going to go through the drive-through. I'll order our coffees and then I'll meet you. Just snag us a table outside. So I parked my car, found a little table, and it actually overlooked the exit of where the cars come out from the drive-through. So I was just sitting there, and at first I was going to use my phone, sit there like everyone else using my phone. And I thought, come on, can you entertain yourself without a phone for 5 minutes? I'm sure I can do that. So I just sat back in the chair, and I was looking out at the scenery, and my mind started wandering. And I thought, oh, that woman who emailed me yesterday about having a reading, I didn't hear back from her, but I hope I do, because I read for her a year ago and I really liked her. And I was just wondering, I hope she gives me a call. And then I was thinking of someone else. But I was just staring off into the distance. And then I became more aware of the cars coming out of the drive-through. And Charles wasn't out with the coffee yet, but this woman drove by me, and she drove really slow, and she had a mask on, she had sunglasses on, and she was driving really slowly, and she was definitely staring at me. And I thought, is it me? Is it someone else? She was staring at me, and she rounded the corner and rolled her window down. She just said, hey, Debbie, is that you? And I said, yeah, who are you? She took her mask down and she says, hey, it's me. Remember, I just emailed you yesterday asking about a reading. And so she pulled her car off to the side. I sat on the curb and we talked for a little bit. And I just thought that was funny that of all the places for me to be was at a Starbucks, which I normally don't do. This is a rare thing to go to Starbucks that morning. And what was even stranger is that she had called in her coffee order at a different Starbucks and went to this one by mistake, right? So she said, I'm not even supposed to be here. I called in my coffee order somewhere else, but they honored my request here and they made the coffee for me. So we just sat and talked for a little bit, and she's going to give a call and I'm going to do a reading for her. But I just thought that was really cool. That's what I would call synchronicity, where I was only there for a short amount of time to see her drive through the drive-through at Starbucks. So what do you think? Does that sound like Patty used a lot of exclamation points like I do. It's like, oh my gosh, crazy cool. I know that's usually what I do. Really? Can you believe it? But I have to share that with you because I thought it was pretty darn cool. Like you said, oh my gosh, crazy cool. So I don't know if you read the title that I put up for today's session, but the focus is going to be on hope. I had this feeling that hope is something missing for a lot of people right now, and that's an important connection for a lot of us to make, to hold on to the hope. And I kept getting that feeling from the angels, and that happens to be the necklace that I'm wearing. So I designed, hope is a very, you like that, Laura, that's great. Laura and Noreen like that story. Hope is a very simple design. It's a spiral and it loops up and down. Let me show you what it looks like. So it's usually, there's usually not too much to it when I create it in jewelry. So I don't do it very much, but this is what it looks like. So it starts up here at the loop, comes up and comes down, and then there's 3 dots that accentuate it. And energetically, I hear it as a doot, doot, doot. You know, it's the energy of a spiral going up and then down, and then it's punctuated. Dun, dun, dun. I hear that rhythm. Just like I've said, it sounds like Morse code. There's a long and a short, and so this is what it looks like. So it's not real elaborate if I were to make it into a necklace, but I've designed it so that it has, these are 2 different necklaces, but I'm going to show you these. This is what they look like. Oh, there's a little bit of fuzz there. Everything shows up much bigger and brighter on the screen. So there's the symbol for hope. It's done in sterling silver, and it has 3 beads on it. There's a little crimp bead, and then there's 1, 2, 3 beads on this straight line. So it's representing those 3 dots to the right of the symbol. And then this one has gold colored beads. So it's beep, 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 3 like that. Candy, I'm looking at Candy's. Oh, hi, Anita. I'm glad you joined us. Candy May says, I love it. I love synchronicities that happen like that. It's such a warm feeling and a reminder of how the universe responds to our thoughts. That is exactly what I told Charles as we were sitting there. I said, I better be a lot more careful about what I'm thinking about. I mean, I wasn't thinking anything bad, but I was thinking about that woman and she showed up. And so we were talking about, of course, whatever you put your attention on, that's what's going to be magnified, or that's going to be drawn to you. So I thought, I'm going to pay a little bit more attention to what it is I'm thinking about. Anita, you like the necklaces? So these with the beads on them, and there's a crimp bead at the bottom, and I've also flattened it out a little bit so it's fanned out a little at the bottom. But it's a medium gauge wire, but with these on here, it lends some more weight to it, and so it hangs nicely. And the chain is really cool. Here's an extra one. And the chain is Italian, and it's sterling silver, and it's adjustable. So I shouldn't have taken the black thing away. So let's see. So this is what it looks like. it has this little bead that slides on the chain, and it has the clasp. So I don't know what the full length of the long and the short of this is, but you pull on the bead. Let me see if I can do this. And it shortens the chain. And then you've still got the clasp. So you can make it longer or shorter. So with this one, I've pulled the chain up shorter. So it's got a little bit of a tail that's hanging in back, but it's lightweight. But I like that it's Italian silver. It's an Italian design, sterling silver. And when I first got it, I wasn't quite sure how to use this, but it's really pretty easy. Once you move it the first time, just to hold that bead and slide it down. Have any of you seen this kind of chain before? I like it a lot. I have a limited number of them, but I'm going to include them with this symbol. So for those necklaces, I have a small supply of those, I have a small supply of the chain, and those are going to be together. I didn't have time to post them, but I will before the show, but I will post them afterwards. And I also did some earrings. So I'm jumping ahead to the jewelry. Usually I do the message first, but I got to do the jewelry first this time. I've done the earrings too, and they look so sweet. They're just tiny little things. You have an adjustable one. Oh, you've seen that, Stacy, right? So this is this is the size of the earring. I should hold it this side. Yeah, this is what it looks like. And because of the beads on this, and this is smaller scale wire, it's smaller beads on it, but it has that nice weight on the bottom. And I've got the gold one, and I've got the copper one, and I've got the gold one. And then I'm going to offer it with the surgical steel hook, but also with the sterling silver lever back. So that will be on a pull down menu when you go to the shop. You can, it'll say options, and you can pull down to get copper or silver, copper or gold color, and with the lever backs or the hooks. So I think all the chains should be like that, don't you think? Noreen, when I look for chains, I always have to decide, am I going to get 18 inch? Am I going to get 20 inch? I mean, I don't have room to stock every possible length of chain to have on hand, but it is nice to have something that's going to be flexible. So I'm pretty excited I found that. And then I have one other way that I figured out how to display this. So what's in the bag? I think you probably know what it is. Got a little canvas kind of drawstring bag, and it's got another one of these selenite hand palm stones. But I'm liking that. So can you imagine having the energy of hope as being what you're holding in your hand and you're focusing on when you do your meditation, or when you put it on your nightstand, or when you just hold it in your pocket or hold it in your hand? It doesn't have to be for meditation, but what a wonderful way, a tangible way to put your focus on the message about hope, and not focusing on problems, but focusing on hope and possibilities. And anything is possible with the help of spirit, God, angels, whatever word, higher power, whatever words you want to use. All things are possible. So hope. It's just a nice, clean design. And there's no beads on this one. That would be hard to glue this down, but I need to move this over here so I can see your comment. But what do you think about this? This one, hope, it seemed like a really good one to put on a selenite stone. And I have some others as well. At the last show that I did, almost all of them sold out right away. They went really, really quickly. Another one is gratitude. And I love the shimmer of the stone. Really like that. So to sit and meditate in the morning, hold on to gratitude, or just have it on your coffee table, or You like it on the stone? I like it on the stone too. So I just grabbed a few of the palm stones, and this one is for harmony. So it looks like an A, but that's the one for harmony. So hope and gratitude and harmony, these are all beautiful things to put your attention on as you're sitting. Absolutely, Anita, important to never lose hope. Never lose hope. Hold on to hope. I like that idea of holding on to hope. Um, so those are my things that I wanted to show you. See, I couldn't wait. I had to take those out right away. Let me move these off to the side. And I was going to show you, I do have my board here. I was going to show you, this is one of the easier ones to draw as well. Anita, you love the gratitude also. Gratitude is, it's kind of a standard that I keep coming back to. It's the symbol that I put on the back of my affirmation cards. It's the symbol I have on the front of my book. Love and gratitude. I think everything comes back to love and gratitude. So this is what hope looks like. It starts, oops, here we go, with a spiral at the top and down, and then 3 dots. I'm doing it as brush marks, but it's an easy one to remember. Not like last week. I did resilience last time, and I had to draw it about 3 times before I got it right. I just don't draw that one very often. That card doesn't come up very often. This one I use a lot, hope. So that's how you draw it. Nice and simple. And the messages with hope, um, everything that I hear from the angels about hope is just so bright and it feels so good. All the messages do, all of the energy does. But for hope, especially, it feels like that's something that we can all use right now. I know last year's been a challenging year. Things still haven't resolved yet, but we're going in the right direction. And I just kept getting this feeling that the angels were saying, Deb, let's bring them some hope. Let's bring them some hope. So for the people who, we can always use messages of hope. Let me read. I wanted to read from this one, from the 30 Days of I Am. This is the book the full color book that is available on Amazon. So I've got a message in here. There's only 30 in here. Hope happens to be one of them. And there is every chapter has a quote on it from Angel Zephyrine, and she's the angel who brings me messages. One of the angels who brings me messages. One of the quotes I have is, hope gives life meaning and connects you with something greater than yourself. And I agree, that's a beautiful way to express that it's not losing hope, it's holding on and having a belief that all things it's possible for all things to work out. And to not give up hope. This is what the artwork looks like. And I like this one because it's so colorful. It's really vibrant. Look at all those colors. That's some artwork I did, created some artwork with that. I think it has all the chakra colors too. So it has a longer channeled message in here. Let's see, I didn't even pick out the card. I'm just talking to myself here. So the 30 Days of I Am, the channeled message on this one is, these are affirmations, so they're I statements, and it's claiming who you are. So the name of the book is 30 Days of I Am, Remembering Your Magnificence Through Zibu Angelic Symbols. So it's helping you to remember who you are, to bring that to the surface, bring hope to the surface, and to remember that you do have hope, that it's inside, it's who you are, and you bring it to the surface and claim it. So this says, I am hope. I embody it, and I have an unending belief in the positive outcome of every situation before me. Hope is the life preserver, which keeps me afloat during times of uncertainty. I trust and have faith, and I utilize hope as the lens through which I view my world. And so it is. That's an exquisite way of expressing what the essence of hope is. And I'd forgotten that that's what the message that was with this. Hope is a life preserver which keeps me afloat during times of uncertainty. As I was thinking about hope earlier today, I kept seeing not the life preserver, but the life ring. And I got this image of the angels, and it's a white life ring, and it has the rope or cord with it. I just see the angels tossing it out. It's like, here, this is to help keep your head afloat. This is help to keep your head above water, and hold on to this. Imagine the words hope spelling out the life ring. We're holding on to hope, and that's what keeps us afloat. That's what keeps us above the lower vibrational thoughts of fear and lack and worry and concern. All of those lower vibrational um, ideas and thoughts, those can you imagine those as weights like around your ankle? And if you are in water, they're pulling you down. So what's important to do is to look up, and to look up to the angels, look up to God, Spirit, and remember there is always hope. Let's hold on to hope instead of assisting yourself in drowning or weighting yourself down. To focus on the positive, to focus on the hope, and believe. Um, I told you, my daughter, after my husband passed away, my daughter wanted to get a tattoo. And she said, Mom, let's get matching tattoos. And I know some of you have already heard me say this, but I thought, oh, good grief, I'm not sure about this tattoo idea, especially matching tattoos. But as we were talking about our situation at that time, we realized that it was really important that we believe that we could make it through that tough time, and that we believe in each other, that we believe in ourselves most of all, and to believe that we can get through this. It's tough. We're really hurting right now. He's gone, but we believed we could get through it. We believed in each other. And so that's what we settled on. It wasn't some silly cartoon character or some obnoxious tattoo. It was the word believe. And I used my calligraphy pen and wrote it out. And that same artwork she took to for her tattoo, and I had the exact same writing. So our tattoos do match. And sometimes when I slip into a place where I start slipping a bit, and I think, oh no, how is this going to work? And I start worrying about things. My tattoo is on my ribs, and sometimes my ribs will get itchy. And when that happened the first time, I was thinking, oh, do I have a rash, or do I have hives? What's going on? So I went in the bathroom, pulled up my shirt, and I looked, and that's where it was itchy, was exactly where the tattoo is. And it was a reminder. It was like the tattoo was irritating or poking me. Deb, believe, please believe. Know without a doubt that all things are going to work out. Know without a doubt you can handle any challenge that is brought to you. So even even on my skin, this symbol, not the symbol, the words still remind me to believe when times get tough. So what do you think about that? What do you think about the message about hope? Does that make sense to you? I'm just reading some of the comment. Oh, Amy says the stones are beautiful. Thank you very much. And gratitude. Just reading some of your uh, believe is important. I don't have a symbol for believe yet. And some people misunderstand how the symbols come to me. I can't just sit down and say, okay, someone sent me a list one time of about 20 attributes and phrases saying, can I have symbols for these? I know you don't have them yet, but can you get them for me? And it doesn't quite work like that. When the time is right, I am shown a particular symbol. And some additional ones have come through since the 88 that are in the book, in my first book, and are the same ones that are in the deck of cards. So I have gotten additional ones, but they're being gathered for another project. But I don't just sit down and say, okay, show me this or show me that. I have to be in a place of receptivity. So quite often it's meditative time, and quite often it's in the morning when I'm sitting there and I'm open. Instead of me, I've said this before, instead of reaching out saying, come on, bring that in, it's me being receptive and reaching up or reaching out to the angels, inviting them in, and then I'm receptive and open, and then the things float to me. Sometimes I'll hear the energy of the symbol. Sometimes I'll see a flash of the image, and then I always have paper and pen close by. But if I hear it without seeing it, I have to draw what I think this looks like that I'm hearing. I hope that makes sense. And as I draw it, I can hear it played again. It's like a little snippet. I hear that rhythm, like that Morse code. And as I draw it, I realize, nope, that's not it. Nope, that's not it. And it's like recreating a note or a sound. And so I'll do it and I'll get, yes, 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 that's it. So it's a unique process, I think, in how these are brought to me. So what do you think about those messages and about hope? Thank you, Anita. Believing and having faith and belief, believe, those kind of go in hand in hand. And it's faith not in a religious aspect so much as an unwavering belief that things are going to work out. So let me see what else I have. Well, after this video, I'm going to take pictures of the palm stones, and I'm going to be posting those on Etsy. I was asking, oh, I get it. I was just listening. I was asking if there's a channeled message they want to bring through. What I'm getting is that the angels would like to send the energy of hope out to people. So it's not so much a lengthy message, but rather it's throwing that life ring out to people, to those who would like it. And I'm getting there are people who are watching it now or who may watch it later, and they will still receive that benefit of the energy. It's like doing some distant energy work. Is that right? Yes. Is there any message you wanted to say beforehand? No? Okay. So I invite you all to take a nice deep breath. Just take a nice deep breath and hold it for a moment. When I breathe out, I like to make a sigh, and it just settles me in even more. So I invite you to do the same. Take another deep breath and hold it. And just doing that, I've settled in a little bit more into the chair that I'm sitting in. So I invite you to do the same and settle in. Thank you to the angels. I'm very grateful. So thank you, dear angels, for being with us. I know you're already with us, but I acknowledge your presence and I thank you for being here. I know you have energy that you'd like to bring through. So I just ask each of you to sit back in a receptive mode. What color? They are showing me the color white. And it's sparkly. It looks opalescent. And imagine a mist around you of that opalescent mist. And that represents the energy that they are going to be sending to you through me. So this is the symbol for hope. And this beautiful white shimmery light. And it's superimposed upon you, before you. And I ask you to take a gentle breath in and out and imagine breathing that white, iridescent, this wonderful, sparkly energy. And imagine the angels tossing this beautiful life ring to you that's available to you in this moment and any time in the future as you recall this session and envision this life ring and the angels are holding on to the rope and they've got you covered. You need but focus your attention on hope and believe that things will work out and believe in yourself and your ability to handle whatever challenges before you. They're saying yes, yes, yes. Is there anything more to this? No, they just ask that I hold my hand here. Okay. This feels like a satellite dish. That's what it ends up feeling like with the laser beam coming out of it, just really finely focused um, beam of energy. So I saw that washing over each and every one of you. And whoever decided to take of that energy, I can see you breathing that in and effortlessly filling you from head to toe, every place within your body and outside of your body, creating this beautiful cocoon, this beautiful buoy, this beautiful um, buoy or life ring to keep you afloat. Is there any more to that? No? I get that that's what they wanted to bring to you tonight. How are you folks feeling? How's everyone feeling? Have you nodded off or are you doing okay? Just make a comment and let me know how you're doing. Irma, you're right. A supersize seems to relax the whole body. And I believe that's also because we end up breathing shallowly and we're tensed up a lot of the time. So when we expand our lungs and breathe and sigh, it just really settles and really helps me feel back in my body. So do you have any questions? Do you have any questions about anything that I showed you or any of the messages or anything in general? I wanted to say I'm really happy to see all of you tonight. Irma and Anita, Noreen, all these wonderful people who have shown up, and Amy. I hope you enjoyed the message tonight and energy work. Um, and Stacy, thanks for joining us tonight. And Laura and Candy May, I'm very happy to have you here. So, and Laura Wilson and Patty. Try not to skip any of the names. So, you're doing okay? You're relaxing? That's good, Noreen. Oh, Anita, needed that from the angels tonight. Deep breathing always helps. It's something so simple, and yet it's something that's even easily overlooked throughout the day. I'm getting better about that, about remembering to stop when I start getting wound up and say, time out, just take a couple deep breaths, take a deep breath, hold it for a minute, and then sigh. Amy, you're feeling very peaceful. Oh, you're very welcome. I like to at least check in with you and um, see how everyone is doing. So thank you for your feedback. Candy May, you're very welcome. I'm happy to see all of you here tonight. That's all that I had to bring through for you. And I will take some pictures of these things and post them on Etsy. It takes a little bit of time to take the pictures, upload them, download them, write the little description and all of that. So that's what I'm going to be doing this evening. So tomorrow you should be able to see those on Etsy. And Anita, thank you, Debbie, and everyone. So glad we were able to connect tonight. Have a great evening and week. Oh, and Laura says that was so cool. I will think of hope when I see fine snow. Oh, that's right. Noreen, you're very welcome. I like the way that Amy said she's feeling very peaceful. That's generally how I feel after doing some energy work, after even spending time with all of you. So I'm grateful for all of you. Um, and just like Anita said, have a great evening and have a great rest of your week. And I will see you on Sunday night, same time. Take care. Good night.